bright golden haze on a meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't lift their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Hey, Aunt Ella!
Scare me to death. What are you doing around here?
I come a singing to you. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Why, if I wasn't an old woman and you weren't so young and smart, Alkie, why, I'd marry you and get you to sit around tonight and sing to me.
Oh, you wouldn't neither. Because I wouldn't marry you, nor none of your kinfolk, I could help it.
Oh, none of my kinfolk, huh?
And you can tell them that, all of them, including that niece of yours, Miss Lori Williams. And Ella, if you was to tell me where Lori was at, where would you tell me she was at?
I would not tell you at all. First verse I can make out, Lori ain't paying you no heed.
So she don't pay me no mind, eh? Well, where'd you get such a uppity niece wouldn't pay me no heed? Who's the best bronco buster in this here territory?
You, I bet.
And the best bulldogger in 17 counties, me, that's who. And looky here. I'm handsome, ain't I?
Purty as a pitcher.
Curly-headed, ain't I? And bow-legged from the saddle for God knows how long.
Couldn't stop at picking the road.
Well, what does she want, then? The damn she-mule!
I don't know, but I'm sure certain it ain't you. Hey, Curly, who you taking to the box social tonight?
Ain't thought much about it.
I bet you come over to ask Lori.
Well, what if I did?
You asking me too? I'll wear my fascinator.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Oh, I thought you was somebody. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Is this all that's come a-calling? It's already 10 o'clock of a Saturday morning.
You knowed it was me before you opened the door.
No such of a thing.
You did too. You heard my voice and knowed it was me.
Oh, I heard a voice talking to Rumbly along with Aunt Eller. And I heard someone singing like a bullfrog in a pond.
You knowed it was me, so you sat in there thinking of something mean to say. I have a good mind not to take you to the box social tonight.
Well, if you did ask me, I wouldn't go with you. Besides, how'd you take me? You ain't bought a new buggy with red wheels onto it, have you?
No, I ain't.
And a spanking team with the bridles all jingling?
No.
Oh, expect me to ride on behind old Dunn, I guess. Huh. You better ask that old Cummins girl you took such a shine to over across the river.
If I was to ask you, there'd be a way to take you, Miss Lori Smarty.
Oh, they would?
When I take you out tonight with me, honey, here's the way it's gonna be. You will sit behind a team of snow white horses in the slickest gig you'll ever see.
Lance.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-stepping strutters. Nosy pokes will peek through their shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isinglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright side lights winking and blinking, ain't no finer rig I'm a-thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that I'd care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Would you say the fringe was made of silk?
Wouldn't have no other kind but silk.
Has it really got a team of snow white horses?
One's like snow, the other's more like milk.
So you could tell them apart?
All the world will fly in a flurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. When we hit that road hell for leather, cats and dogs will dance in the heather. Birds and frogs will sing all together, and the toads will hop. The wind will whistle as we rattle along. Cows will moo in the clover. The river will ripple out a whispered song and whisper it over and over. Don't you wish it'd go on forever? Don't you wish it'd go on forever? Don't you wish it'd go on forever and you never stop in that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top?
You sure feel like a queen sitting up in that carriage.
Only she talked so mean to me a while back, Aunt Ella, I have a good mind not to take her.
Well, I ain't said I was going.
Ain't asked you.
Where'd you get such a rig at anyway? I bet he's gone and hired a rig over to Claremore, thinking I'd go with him. Ooh, spent all his money hiring a rig and now he ain't got nobody to ride in it.
Have to. Did not hire it. Made the whole thing up out of my head.
What?
Dashboard and all.
Oh, get off the place, you! Aunt Eller, make him get himself out of here telling me lies!
Making up a few parties and... Hey, look out now.
Get out! Come on!
Making up a few parties ain't against no law I ever heard of. Don't you wish there was such a rig, though? Then you could go to the play party and do a hoedown till midnight if you was a mind to. And when you was all wore out, I'd lift you up onto the Surrey, jump up alongside of you, and we'd just point them horses straight home. I could just picture the whole thing. I Can you see the stars getting blurry when we ride back home in the Surrey? Riding slowly home in the Surrey with the fringe on top. I can feel the day getting older, feel a sleepy head near my shoulder, nodding, drooping close to my shoulder till it falls kerplunk. The sun is swimming on the rim of a hill, the moon is taking a header, and just as I'm a-thinking all the earth is still, a lark will wake up in the meadow. Hush, you bird, my baby's a-sleeping. Baby's got a dream worth a-keeping. Whoa, you team, and just keep a-creeping at a slow clip clock. Don't you hurry with the Surrey, with the fringe on the top.
Only there ain't no such rig. You just said you made the whole thing up.
Well,
Why'd you come around here with your stories and your lies, getting me worked up that way, talking about the sun swimming on the hill and all like it was so? Well, who'd want to ride alongside you anyway?
Why don't you just grab her and kiss her when she acts that way, Curly? I bet she's just aching for you, too.
No, I won't even speak to him, let alone allow him to kiss me, the bragging, bow-legged, wished he'd had a sweetheart bum.
She likes you. Quite a lot.
if she liked me anymore, she'd sick the dogs onto me.
You got the wagons hitched up, Curly?
What wagon?
There's a crowd of folks coming up from Bushy Head from the Box Social.
Curly said maybe you'll loan us your big wagon and we could pick them up from the station.
Of course I would if he'd have asked me.
We got to talking about a lot of other things. I'll go hit them up now if you say it's all right.
Oh, there you are. Hey,
Hey, what we done brought you on now?
Howdy, Aunt Ellie.
Hi, Will. Did you good at the fair? Any good in the steer roping?
I did pretty good, yeah. I won it.
Oh, good boy.
Don't you would, Will.
Ain't nobody can sling a rope like our territory boy.
That's right. He's the best one.
Well, I can't stay but a minute, Aunt Ellie. I got to get over to 80 Annie's. Remember how her pa said I could have her if I was ever worth $50?
$50. Is that what you want for prize money?
That's what.
Tomato Annie's pa keeps his promise. We'll be dancing at your wedding.
Well, if he don't keep his promise, I'll take her from under his nose. And I won't give him the present I brung for him neither. Look here, fellers, what I got for 80 Annie's pa. Excuse us, Aunt Ellie. All right, come here now. You look through it like this. Yeah, and once you get a real good look, you turn it around here at the top, and the picture changes. Let me see.
Well, I'll be side dating.
They call it the Little Wonder.
Silly goats.
Now you done it.
The hussy ought to be ashamed of herself. And you too.
Ma'am,
Now, how do you turn it to get to the next picture?
you just turn it right.
I am getting it. I have a good mind not to tell Ada Laney on you.
Oh, please don't, Aunt Ellery. She wouldn't understand.
Well, I bet you carried along plenty in Kansas City.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it carrying on, but I sure did see a lot of things I never did see before. I got to Kansas City on a Friday. By Saturday, I learned a thing or two. For up to then, I didn't have an idea of what the modern world was coming to. I counted 20 gas buggies going by themselves almost every time I took a walk.
No way.
And then I put my ear to a bell telephone, and a strange woman started in to talk. What next?
Yeah, what?
What next? Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They gone about as far as they can go. They went and built a skyscraper 7 stories high, about as high as a building ought to grow. Everything's like a dream in Kansas City. It's better than a magic lantern show. You can turn the radiator on whenever you want some heat. With every kind of comfort, every house is all complete. You can walk to privies in the rain and never wet your feet. They've gone about as far as they can go.
Yes, sir! They've gone about as far as they can go.
Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They gone about as far as they can go. They got a big theater they call a burlicue. For 50 cents you could see a dandy show. Come on! One of the girls was fat and pink and pretty, as round above as she was round below. I'd swear that she was padded from her shoulder to her heel. But later in the second act, when she begun to peel, she proved that everything she had was absolutely real. She went about as far as she could go.
Yes, sir! She went about as far as she could go. What you doing, Will?
This here's called the two-step. It's all they're dancing nowadays. The waltz is through. Of course, they don't do it alone. Yes, you can. A one and a two. A one and a two. There you go, man. Hey. There you go, Ella.
That's about as far as I can go.
Yes, sir! And that's about as far as she can go.
What are you doing now, Will?
This here's called ragtime. Saw a couple fellas doing it on the street. Here, watch this, fellas. Fellas. Hey, come on. That's okay. That's it. Come on. Y'all fellas, come on. What's this? Hey. That's all right. Hey. Hey. Come on. Come on, man, get in there. Come on. That's it, Phil. All right, come on now. Come here, catch on to this. That's it.
Come on, Jack. Oh, man, let's try to do that then.
Hey! Hey! Woo! Hey!
I like that, now. Got it.
Hey! Hey! Oh, I got it! Hey! Come on! Oh, hey! Come on, fellas, come on! That's it! We're off to Kansas City!
That's about as far as we can go.
Come on! Come on, man!
Team's all hitched.
Well, hey, Curly, I can't stay right now. I got $50 headed over to 80 Annie's.
That's right, Will.
Time we got going, boys. Thanks for along the wagon, Aunt Ella. Come on, Curly.
I'll catch up with you later. And Ella, I got to know something. Listen, who's the low-down, dirty sneak Lori's got her cap set for?
You?
Never mind that. Now, there must be plenty of men trying to spark her, and surely she takes a shine to one of them, now don't she?
Well, there's that fine farmer, Chase Hutchins, lives just this side of Lone Elm. And there's that doctor that makes himself out to be a veterinary or, I don't know.
That's what I thought. Hello, Judd.
Hello yourself.
And then, of course, there's someone nearer home. Got her on his mind most of the time till he don't know a plow from a thrashing machine.
Him?
Yeah, Jed Fry.
That bullet-colored, growly man?
Don't you say nothing against him. He is the best hired hand I ever had. Practically runs the farm himself. Well, 2 women couldn't do that, and you ought to know.
Lori, take up with a man like that.
I ain't said she took up with him.
He's around all the time, ain't he? Lives here.
Yeah, out in the smokehouse.
Changed my mind about cleaning the hen house. I'm leaving it till tomorrow. Gotta quit early because I'm driving Lori over to the party tonight.
You're driving Lori.
Asked her.
Well, wouldn't that just make you bawl? Well, don't forget, Aunt Ella, you and me's got a date tonight. Maybe if you fix up a nice box of lunch, maybe I'll bid for it.
And how we going, Curly, in that fancy rig you made up? Oh, I'll ride a straddle with the lights a twinkling like lightning bugs.
That there ain't no made-up rig. You hear? I hired it over to Claremore.
Land, you did?
Sure did. Purty one, too. When I come a-calling for you after supper, you be sure you got your beauty spots all fastened on right and proper so they don't come off now you're here. That's a right smart turn on. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With eyes and glass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. See you before tonight, anyway, on the way back from the station. Ain't no finer rig I'm a-thinking that I'd care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Curly! Curly, tell all the girls out in Bushy Head to stop here on the way to Skidmore's. It's a long way. And that'll mean we'll have company. Better get your hamper packed now.
Aunt Eller, don't go to Skidmore's with Curly tonight. If you do, I'll have to ride with Judd all alone.
That's the way you wanted it, ain't it?
No, I did it because Curly was so fresh, but I'm afraid to tell Judd I won't go, Aunt Eller. He'd do something terrible, makes me shiver every time he gets close to me. You ever been down to that old smokehouse where he's at?
Yeah, plenty of
You
times.
see them pictures he's got tacked onto the walls?
Yeah, I see them, but don't you pay them no mind.
Something's wrong inside him, Aunt Eller. Oh, I hook my window and fasten my door against it. Against it! The sound of feet walking under that tree outside my room. Mornings he comes to his breakfast and he looks at me like something back in the brush summers.
Lori?
I know what I'm talking about.
Stop acting like a chicken with a head cut off, crazy youngin'. Who'd you reckon just drove up? Why? He is that old peddler man, the one that tried to sell me the egg beater.
Well, he's got Ado Annie with him. Will Parker's Ado Annie.
He told me that egg beater would beat eggs and turn the ice cream freezer and bring out dish rags and I don't know what all.
Oh, yoo-hoo, Ado Annie! Hi, Ado.
Hi yourself. Hold your...
Hello, Lori! Oh, hi! Will Parker's back from Kansas City. He's looking for you.
Oh, Will Parker! I didn't count on him being back so soon.
Well, I can see that. You've been riding a piece.
Oh, the peddler man's gonna drive me to the Vox Social. I got up sort of a tasty lunch.
You know, Annie, have you tuck up with that peddler man?
Not yet.
But you're promised to Will, ain't you?
Well, not what you'd say promised. I just told him maybe.
Don't you like him no more?
Of course I do. There won't never be nobody like Will.
Well, then what about this peddler man?
There won't never be nobody like him neither.
Well, which one do you like the best?
Well, whatever one I'm with.
Well, you are silly.
Now, Lori, you know they didn't no one pay me no mind up till this year, count as I was scrawny and flat as a beanpole. And then I kind of rounded up a little and all the boys act different to me.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. I like it. I like it so much when a feller talks purty to me, I get all shaky from horn to hoof. Don't you?
Can't think what you're talking about.
Lori, don't you feel kind of sorry for a feller when he looks like he wants to kiss you?
Well, you can't just go around kissing any man that asks you. Didn't anybody ever tell you that?
Well, yeah, they told me. It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories and I reckon they are true about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sorta wanna kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be when I ain't? I can't say no. What you gonna do when the feller gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing Eddie says that your lips are like cherries or roses or berries. What you gonna do? Supposing Eddie says that you're sweeter than cream and he's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye. I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool, and sitting on the velvet jeans of D. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. As soon as I sit on their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no. It's like I told you, I get sorry for him.
Well, I wouldn't feel sorry for any man no matter what.
Oh, well, I sure am sorry for Allie Hackham now. Look how Aunt Eller's cussing him out.
Allie Hackham, that's his name?
Yeah, it's Persian.
Are you sure for certain you love him better than you love Will?
Well, I was sure, but now that Will Parker has to come back, first thing you know, we'll start talking party and changing my mind back.
But Will wants to marry you, don't he?
So does Allie Hackham.
Did he ask you?
Not directly, but how I know is he told me yesterday that he wanted to drive like that with me to the end of the world. And I figured if we got as far as Claremore, that'd take till sundown, wouldn't it? And then we'd have to go some airs and be all night together. Oh, and being all night together means he wants a wedding, don't it?
Not to a peddler, it don't.
Oh, what do you mean?
If the egg beater don't work, I give you something just as good.
Just as good? It's got to be 1,000 million times better.
My, oh my, Miss Lori, Chippity Crickets, how high you've grown up. Last time I saw you, you was a tiny little shrimp with freckles. Now look at you, you're a great, big, beautiful lady.
Ooh, quit it biting me. If you ain't had no breakfast, go and get yourself a green apple.
All right, listen, Aunt Ella.
I am not your Aunt Eller. Don't you call me Aunt Eller, you little wart. I am mad at you.
Oh, don't be mad at me. Ain't I said I give you a present, something to wear?
Foot, I got things for to wear. Wouldn't have it. What is it?
Real silk, made in Persia.
What do I do with an old Persian garter?
Come on, they look all pretty, Aunt Eller, with the bows on them and all.
I'll try them on.
Now hold out your foot.
Did you have any idea I was going to let you slide this garter up my limb? Hold on to my petticoats, Lori.
Funny woman, would be much worse if I tried to take your garters off.
Yeah, because that'd make her stockings fall down, wouldn't it?
All right. And the other one?
Oh, you want to buy this one to match?
What do you mean by it?
I can let you have it for 50 cents, 4 bits.
Do you want me to grab that egg beater and ram it down your windpipe?
All right. Don't nobody want to buy something? How about you, Miss Laurie? Must be wanting something, a pretty young girl like you.
Me? Oh, of course I want something. I want a shiny buckle made out of silver to fasten onto my shoes. Oh, I want a dress with lace. And I want perfume. I want to be pretty and smell like a honeysuckle vine.
Just give her a cake of soap.
Well, I want things I've heard of but never had before. Oh, a rubber-to-hired buggy, a cut glass sugar bowl. I want things I can't tell you about. Not just things to have and hold in your hands, but things to happen to you. Things so nice, if they did happen to you, your heart would quit beating and you'd fall down dead.
I've got just the thing for you. The elixir of Egypt.
What's that?
It's a special formula belonged to Pharaoh's daughter.
Smelling salt?
But a special kind of smelling salts. Read what it says on the label. Take a deep breath and you see everything clear. That's what Pharaoh's daughter used to do when she had a hard problem to decide, like what prince she ought to marry, or what dress she ought to wear to a party, or whether or not she ought to cut off someone's head. She'd take a whiff of this.
Fiddlesticks.
I'll take a bottle of that, Mr. Peddler.
Precious stuff.
How much?
2 bits.
Throwing away your money.
Helps you to decide what to do.
Now, I want to show you some pretty doodads with lace around the bottom and ribbons running in and out.
You mean fancy drawers?
All made in Paris.
Oh, they's all right, Aunt Eller, if you ain't going no place.
Well, they ain't the kind I wear myself, but I sure do like to look at them. Bring your trappings inside. Maybe I could find you something to eat and drink.
Ask him, why don't you?
Allie, Lori and me's been having an argument.
About what, baby?
Well, about what you meant when you said that about driving with me to the end of the world.
Well, I didn't really mean to the end of the world.
Well, how far'd you want to go?
Well, to about as far as, say, Claremore, to the hotel.
What's at the hotel?
Well, outside is a veranda, inside is a lobby, and upstairs might be paradise.
I thought they was just bedrooms.
For you and me, baby, paradise.
Oh, you see? I knew I was right and Lori was wrong. You do want to marry me, don't you?
Oh, Edo Annie, what did you say?
I said you do want to marry me, don't you? What did you say?
I did not say that.
Oh, foot just went a low Will. That's Will Parker. Promise me you won't fight him.
Why fight? I never saw the man before. I only fight with my friends.
Oh,
Edo Annie, how's my honey bunch? How's the sweetest 110 pounds of sugar in the territory?
Will, this is Allie Hackham.
Oh, howdy, Hack. Don't mind the way I talk, it's all right. I'm gonna marry her.
Marry her on purpose?
No such of a thing.
Sure.
Well, it's a wonderful thing to be married.
Oh, Allie.
I've got a brother in Persia, got 6 wives.
6 wives all at once?
Well, sure. That's the way they do in them countries.
Oh, not always. I got another brother, only got 1 wife. He's a bachelor.
Now look, Will.
Look, Will, nothing. Hey, you know what they give me for first prize at the fair? $50.
Oh, that was good. $50.
You catch on? Your pa said I could have you if I was ever worth $50.
That's right, he did.
You know what I done with it? I spent it all on presents for you.
But if you spend it all, you ain't got the cash.
Well, what I got's worth more than cash. The fellow that sold me the stuff told me.
But Will?
Oh, stop saying but Will. Oh, listen, when do I get a little old kiss? Oh, wait, Annie, honey, you ain't been off my mind since I left. Why, well, even at the fairgrounds, I'd be chasing them steers, and I'd rope one under the hooves, and then I'd pull him up sharp. He'd land on his little old rump, and then I'd think of you.
Oh, don't start talking purty, Will.
Well, I've seen a lot of beautiful girls in Kansas City, but I didn't give one of them a look.
Well, how'd you see them all if you didn't give them a look?
I mean, I didn't look loving at them. Not like I look at you.
Oh, Will, don't look at me like that. I can't bear it.
I won't stop looking like this till I get a little old kiss.
Oh, it's a little old kiss.
Well, nothing, unless it comes from you.
Oh, you do talk purty. Oh, no, I won't.
Supposing that I said that your lips are like cherries, or roses or berries, what you gonna do? Can't you feel my heart palpitating and bumping, waiting for something, something nice from you? I gotta get a kiss, and it's gotta be quick, or I'll jump in a creek and die.
What's a girl to say when you talk that way?
Beautiful morning, oh what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way.
Hey, Curly, why don't you go take the wagon around to the trough and get the team some water?
Right away, Anilla.
Oh, can I come too? Just love watching the way you handle horses.
It's about all I can handle, I guess.
Oh, I can't believe that, Curly. Not after what I heard about you.
Looks like Curly's done took up with that Cummins girl.
Oh, what did I care about that?
Come on, fellas, let's get these hampers under the trees where it's cool.
Why should a woman who is healthy and strong blubber like a baby if her man goes away, weeping and wailing how he's done her wrong? That's one thing you'll never hear me say. Never gonna think that the man I lose is the only man among men. I'll snap my fingers to show I don't care. I'll buy me a brand new dress to wear. I'll scrub my neck and I'll brush my hair and start all over again. Many a new face will please my eye. Many a new love will find me. Never have I once looked back to sigh over the romance behind me. Many a new day will dawn before I do. Many a light lad may kiss and fly. A kiss gone by is bygone. Never have I asked an August sky, where is last July gone? Never have I wandered through the rye, wondering where has some guy gone. The new day will dawn before I do. Many a new face will please my eye. Many a new love will find me. Never have I once looked back to sigh over the romance behind me. Many a new day will dawn before I do. Never have I chased the honeybee who carelessly cajoled me. Somebody else just as sweet as he cheered me and consoled me. Never have I wept into my tea over the deal someone told me. Many a new day will dawn. Many a red sun will set. Many a blue moon will shine before I do.
Hello, kiddo.
Oh, I'm so sorry to see you so happy, because what I gotta say will make you miserable. I gotta marry Will.
Oh, that is sad news for me. Well, he's a fine fellow.
Don't hide your feelings, Allie. I can't stand it. I'd rather you come right out and say your heart is busted in two.
Well, are you positive you've got to marry Will?
Sure shooting.
And there's no chance for you to change your mind?
No chance.
All right, then my heart is busted in two.
Oh, Allie, you do make up pretty things to say. Oh, hello, Paul. What you been shooting?
Rabbits. That true what I hear about Will Parker getting $50?
That's right, Paul, and he wants to hold you to your promise.
Too bad. Still in all, can't go back on my word.
See, Allie Hackham?
Now, I advise you to get that money off of him before he loses it all. Put it inside your stocking or up your corset where he can't get at it. Or can he?
Well, you see, Paul, he ain't exactly kept it. He spent it all on presents.
See? What I tell you. Now he can't have you. I said it had to be $50 cash.
But Mr. Carnes, is that fair?
Who the hell are you?
Oh, this is Allie Hackham.
Well, shut your face, or I'll fill your behind so full of buckshot you'll be walking around like a duck for the rest of your life.
Oh, Allie, if I don't have to marry Will, maybe your heart don't have to be busted in two like you said.
I did not say that.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Oh, yes, you did.
You trying to make my daughter out to be a liar?
No, I'm just saying what a liar I am if she is telling the truth.
What else you been saying to my daughter?
Oh, an awful lot.
When?
Last night in the moonlight.
Where?
Alongside a haystack.
Listen, Mr. Carnes.
I'm listening. What else did you say?
Oh, he called me his Persian kitten.
Why'd you call her that?
I don't remember.
Oh, I do. He said I was like his Persian kitten because they was the ones with the soft round tails.
That's enough. In this part of the country, boy, that better be a proposal of marriage.
That's what I thought.
Is that what you think?
Look, Mr. Carnes.
I'm looking.
I'm no good. I'm a peddler. I travel up and down and all around, and you'd hardly ever see your daughter no more.
That'd be all right. Take care of her. Take care of my little rosebud.
Oh, that's pretty. But are you sure for certain you can bear to see me go, Paul?
Are you sure, Mr. Carnes?
Just try to change my mind. See what happens to you.
Oh, Allie, ain't it wonderful? Paul making up our minds for us. And he won't change neither. Once he gives his word that you can have me, you got me.
I know I got you.
Mrs. Allie Hackham, the peddler's bride. Oh, wait till I tell the girls. Hey!
Trapped! Tricked! Hoodwinked! Ambushed!
Friend, what's on your mind?
Why do you walk around and around?
Your hands folded behind, and your chin scraping the ground.
20 minutes ago, I'm free like a breeze. Free like a bird in the woodland wild. Free like a gypsy. Free like a child. I'm unattached. 20 minutes ago, I do what I please. Flick my cigar ashes on the rug. Dunk with a donut. Drink from a jug. I'm a happy man. I'm minding my own business like I oughta. Ain't meaning any harm to anyone. I'm talking to a certain farmer's daughter. Then I'm looking down the muzzle of a gun.
It's hidden so you can't have any fun. Every daughter has a father with a gun.
Gun!
It's a scandal, it's an outrage. How a gal gets a husband today.
If you make one mistake when the moon is bright, then they tie you to a contract, so you make it every night.
It's a scandal, it's an outrage. When her family surrounds you and say, "We've gotta take and make an honest woman out of now."
So make make you make her honest, she will lie like hell.
It's a scandal, it's an outrage on a manhood, it's a plot. Where is the leader who will save us and be the first men to be shot?
Me?
Yes, you!
No!
It's a scandal, it's an outrage, just a wink and a kiss and you're through.
You're a mess, and in less than a year, by heck, there's a baby on your shoulder making bubbles on your neck.
No, it's a scandal, it's an outrage, any farmer will tell you it's true.
A rooster and a chicken cook is better all than men. He ain't the special property of just one hen.
It's a scandal, it's an outrage, it's a problem we must solve. We gotta start a revolution.
All right, boys,
Hey, Slim, you get back here right now! I don't care about your hat! You better get your butt home!
Oh, hello, Laurie. Just packing your hamper now?
I've been busy.
Oh, I see you got gooseberry tarts too. Wonder if they is as light as mine. Mine'd like to float away if you blew on them.
Well, I did blow onto one of mine, and it broke up into a million pieces.
Ain't she funny?
Gertie, why don't you come inside and cool off?
You coming inside with me, Curly?
In just a minute.
Well, don't be too long. And remember, at the auction tonight, mine's the biggest hamper.
So that's the Cummins girl I heard so much talk of.
You seen her before, ain't you?
Yeah, but not since she got so old. I never did see anybody get so peaked looking in such a short time.
Yeah, she says she's 18, but I bet you she's 19.
What you got in your hamper?
Oh, just some old meat pies and apple jelly. Nothing like what Gertie Cummins has in her basket.
Are you really gonna drive to the box social tonight with that Judd feller?
Well, I reckon so. Why?
Nothing. It's just people seem to expect me to take you.
Well, maybe it's just as well you ain't. We don't want people talking about us, do we?
You think people do talk about us?
Oh, you know how they are. Like a swarm of mud wasps, always got to be buzzing about something.
Well, what are they saying? That you're stuck on me?
Most of the talk is you're stuck on me.
Can't imagine how these ugly rumors start.
Well, me neither. Why do they think up stories that link my name with yours?
Why do the neighbors chatter all day behind their doors?
I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love.
Who laughs at your jokes?
Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine.
are to blame as much as I. Why did you take the trouble to bake my favorite pie? Grant your wish, I carved our initials on that tree. Just keep a slice of all the advice you give so free. Don't praise my charm too much. Don't look so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too much. Don't keep your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. They'll see it's alright with me. People will say we're in love. Don't you reckon you could just tell that judge fellow you'd rather go with me tonight?
Curly. No, I couldn't.
Oh, you couldn't? Think I'll go down to the smokehouse where Judd's at. See what's so elegant about him makes girls want to go to parties with him.
Curly!
What?
Nothing. Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow.
Got your hamper packed?
Aunt Eller, yes, nearly.
Like a hanky?
When I went with an old hanky.
You got a smudge on your cheek? Just under your eye?
Well, open it, can't you?
Howdy.
What do you want?
Just done got through with my work up at the house. Thought I'd Pay you a visit? You got a gun, I see.
Good one. Colt 45.
What do you do with it?
Shoot things.
Oh. That there pink picture, that's a naked woman, ain't it?
Your eyes don't lie to you.
Plumb, stark naked as a jaybird. No, she ain't. Not quite. She's got a couple thingamabobs tied on to her.
Well, shucks. That ain't a thing of what I got here. Look at that top one.
Oh, I'll go blind. That give me ideas, that would.
Yeah, that's a dinger, that
It
is.
sure is a dinger. That's a strong-looking rope you got there. Seems like it's spin nice. You know Will Parker? He sure can't spin a rope. It's a strong hook you got there, Judd. You could hang yourself on that.
I could what?
Hang yourself. It'd be as easy as falling off a log. Fact is, you could put a log or a chair, if you rather, right about here, see? And tie this good around your neck, and, well, tie that good up there first, of course, and then the only thing you'd have to do is be to fall off of the log or the chair, whichever you'd rather fall off of. In 5 minutes or less, with good luck, you'd be dead as a doornail.
What do you mean by that?
Well, then, folks would come to your funeral, sing sad songs. They would. You never know how many people like you till you're dead. You'd be all laid out in the parlor, all decked out in your best suit, with your hair combed down slick, and a high starch collar.
Will they be flowers, you think?
Sure would. And palms, too, all around your coffin. And then folks would stand around, and the men would bare their heads, and the women would sniffle softly. Some of them would faint, ones that took a shine to you and you was alive.
What woman took a shine to me?
Lots of women. Only they don't never come out and tell you, listen, you die first.
Well, I guess that's so.
They sure would sing loud, though, when the singing started. Sing like their hearts would break. Poor Judd is dead. Poor Judd Fry is dead. All gather round his coffin now and cry. He had a heart of gold, and he wasn't very old. Oh, why did such a feller have to die? Poor Judd is dead. Poor Judd Fry is dead. He's looking oh so peaceful and serene. He's all laid out to rest, with his hands across his chest. His fingernails have never been so clean. And then the preacher'd get up and he'd say, "Folks, we are gathered here today to mourn and groan our brother Judd Fry, who hung himself by a rope in the smokehouse." And then there'd be weeping and wailing from the women. And then he'd say, "Judd was the most misunderstood man in our territory. Folks used to think he was a mean, ugly feller, and they called him a rotten skunk and an ornery pig stealer. But the folks that really knowed him know that beneath those two dirty shirts he always wore, there beat a heart as big as all outdoors.
As big as all outdoors.
Judd Fry loved his fellow man.
He loved his fellow man.
He loved the birds of the forest and the beasts of the field. He loved the mice and the vermin of the barn. And he treated the rats like equals, which was right. And he loved the little children He loved everybody and everything in the whole world. Only he never let on, so nobody ever noticed. Poor Judd is dead. Poor Judd Fry's dead. His friends will weep and wail for miles around.
Miles around.
The daisies in the dell will give out a different smell, because poor Judd is underneath the ground.
Poor Judd is dead, a candle lights his head. He's laying in a coffin made of wood. And folks are feeling sad, 'cause they used to treat him bad. And now they know their friend is gone for good. Poor Judd is dead, a candle lights his head.
He's looking oh so pretty and so nice. He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep, but it's summer and we're running out of ice. Poor Judd, poor Judd. Yes, sir. That's the way it'd be. Sure be an interesting funeral. I wouldn't want to miss it.
You wouldn't like to miss it, eh? Maybe you will miss it. Maybe you'll go first.
Maybe. Where was it you worked before you come here? Up by Quapaw, wasn't it?
Yes, and over by Tulsa. Yeah, lousy they was to me. Always treated me like dirt, making out like they was better.
And what'd you do, get even?
Who said anything about getting even?
No one that I recollect. It just jumped into my head.
Well, if it come to getting even, I'd know how to do it.
That.
Oh, man. Now, there's safer ways than that if you use your brains. You remember that fire over on the Bartley farm, over by Sweetwater?
Sure do. About 5 years ago. Terrible accident. Burning up the father and the mother and the daughter.
Yeah, that weren't no accident. A feller told me a hired hand was stuck on the Bartley girl and caught her in the hayloft with another feller.
And it was him that burned up the place?
Yeah. Took him weeks to get all the kerosene, buying it at all different times. The feller told me, made it out like it happened in Missouri, but I known all the time it was the Bartley farm. What a liar he was.
And a kind of a murderer, too. Wasn't he? Let's get a little air in here.
You ain't yet told me what business you had here. Now we got no cattle to sell, nor no cow ponies, and that oak crop is done spoke for.
Sure relieved my mind considerable.
Well, there's only one other thing on this farm you could want. It better not be that.
It's just what it is.
It better not be. You keep away from her, you hear? Go.
You know something? Somebody ought to tell Lori what kind of a man you really are. Matter of fact, somebody ought to tell you once about yourself.
You better get out of here, Curly.
Fella wouldn't feel very safe in here with you, Judd, if he didn't know you. But I know you, Judd. In this country, there's only two things you can do if you're a man. Live out of doors is one, live in a hole is the other. I've sat by my horse in the brush somewheres and heard a rattlesnake many a time. Rattle, rattle, rattle. He'd go, scared to death. Somebody coming close to his hole, somebody to step on him, get his old fangs ready, full of poison, curl up and wait. Long as you live in the hole, you got to have protection. You can have muscles, like iron, still be as weak as an empty bladder, less'n you got things to barb your hide with. How'd you get to be the way you are anyway? I'm sitting in here thinking the way you're thinking. Why don't you do something healthy once in a while instead of staying shut up in here or crawling and festering? You ought to feel better now. Hard on the roof, though. I wish you'd let me show you something. There's a knot hole up there. See it winking? I want to see if I can hit it. Bullet straight through the hole without touching. Slick as a whistle. Just like I said I would, didn't I? You saw it too, didn't you? Somebody's coming, I expect.
Who fired off the gun? Was it you, Curly? Don't just sit there, you lummy. Answer when you're spoke to.
Well, I shot once.
What was you shooting at?
You see that knot hole up there?
I see lots of knot holes.
Well, it was one of them.
Well, aren't you just a pair of purty nothings? Picking away at knot holes and scaring everybody to death. Oh, I ought to give you a good Dutch rub and iron some of the craziness out of you. It's all right, nobody's hurt. Just a pair of fool-swapping noises.
Mind if I visit with you gents for a bit? It's good to get away from the women for a while. Now then, I've got a few parties to show you, private knickknacks, special for the menfolk.
I'll see you gentlemen later. Got to get a Surrey I hired for tonight.
Art postcards?
Who you think you're taking in that Surrey?
And Ella. And Laura, if she'll go with me.
She won't.
Maybe she will.
She promised to go with me. She better not change her mind. She better not!
Now, I want to show you these straight from Paris.
I don't want none of them things now. Hey, you got any frog stickers?
You mean one of them long knives? What would you want with a thing like that for?
I don't know, kill a hog or a skunk or something. It's all the same, ain't it? I'll tell you what I like better than a frog sticker if you got one. You ever hear one of them things called a little wonder? Well, it's a thing that you see pictures with. That ain't all there is to it. And not quite. Yeah, you hold it up and it's got a jigger onto it, and you touch it, and out springs a sharp blade.
On a spring, eh?
And then you say to a feller, look through this. And then when he's looking, you pop out the blade, it's just above his chest, and bang! Down you come!
A good joke to play on a friend. Now, what I'd like to show you is my new stock of postcards.
Don't want none. Sick of them things. I'm gonna get me a real woman.
What would you want with a woman? Why, I'm having trouble all on account of a woman, and you say you want one? Why? Look at you. You're a free man to come and go as you please. You've got a nice, private, cozy little place. Nobody to bother you. Artistic pictures. They don't talk back to you.
I'm tired of all these pictures of women.
So throw them away and buy some new ones. You get tired of a woman, and what can you do? Nothing. You just get tireder and tireder.
I made up my mind.
So you want a real woman. Say, do you know a girl by the name of Ada Wanny?
I don't want her.
Well, I don't want her either, but I got her.
Don't want nothing from no peddler. I want real things. What am I doing shut up here? Like that feller says, a crawling and a festering? What am I doing in this lousy smokehouse? The floor creaks, the door squeaks. There's a field mouse nibbling on a broom. And I sat by myself like a cobweb on a shelf, by myself in a lonely room. But when there's a moon in my window, and it slants down a beam across my bed, and the shadow of a tree starts a-dancing on the wall, and a dream starts a-dancing in my head, and all of the things that I wish for turn out like I want them to be, and I'm better than that smart alley cowhand who thinks she is better than me. And the girl that I want ain't afraid of my arms, and her own soft arms keep me warm, and her long tangled hair falls across my face just like the rain in a storm. The floor creaks, the door squeaks, and the mouse starts a-nibbling on the broom. And the sun flicks my eyes, it was all a pack of lies. I'm awake in a lonely room. I ain't gonna dream about her arms no more. I ain't gonna leave her alone. I'm going outside, get myself a bride, get me a woman to call my own.
Into your house, a dark clubman!
Girls, could you go somewhere else and tell fortunes? I gotta be here by myself.
Look, see what that old smelling salts the peddler tried to sell us.
It ain't smelling salts. It's gonna make up my mind for me. Look at me take a good whiff now.
That's the camphor.
Girls, please go away.
Sorry, Lori. Well, is it true you're letting Judd take you tonight instead of Curly?
Well, I'll tell you better when I think out clear. I'm beginning to see things clear already.
I can tell you what you want.
Out of your dreams and into his arms, you long to fly. You don't need Egyptian smelling salts to tell you why. Out of your dreams and into the hush of falling shadow. When the mist is low and stars are bright.
Wake up, Lori! It's time to start for the party.
Should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push a plow, the other likes to chase a cow, but that's no reason why they can't be friends. Territory folks should stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys stand for the farmer's daughters, farmers stand for the rancher's cows. Territory folks should stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys stand for the farmer's daughters, farmers stand for the rancher's cows.
Say a word for the farmer. He come out west and made a lot of changes. He came out west and built a lot of fences
and built them right across our cattle ranges.
Gentlemen, shut up! The farmer is a good and thrifty citizen. No matter what the cowman says or thinks, you seldom see him drinking in a barroom
unless somebody else is buying drinks.
But the farmer and the cowman should be friends. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. The cowman ropes a cow with ease, the farmer steals her butter and cheese, but that's no reason why they can't be friends. Territory folks should stick together, territory folks should all be pals. Cowboys stand for the farmer's daughters, farmers stand for the rancher's cows.
I'd like to say a word for the cowboy.
Oh, you would!
The road he treads is difficult and stony.
It's not that bad.
He rides on knees for and with just a pony for a friend.
I sure am feeling sorry for the pony.
be sure that you lock up your wife and daughter. I told you to stay away from that Will Orford man.
No, this young married one, so you can get a square meal.
Ain't nobody gonna slug out nothing. This here is a party. Sing it, Andrew. Dum diddy dum dum dum.
The farmer and the cowman should be
Come on, everybody.
The farmer and the cowman should be friends. One man likes to push a plow, the other likes to chase a cow. That's the reason why they can't be friends.
When this territory is a state and joins the union just like all the others, the farmer and the cowman and the merchant must all behave themselves and act like brothers. Come on.
I'd like to teach you all a little saying and learn these words by heart the way you should. I don't say I'm no better than anybody else, but I'll be damned if I ain't just as good.
I don't say I'm no better than anybody else, but I'll be damned if I ain't just as good.
Time to start the box social.
You ready? You got yours? Come on. I could eat a gate post.
All right, here.
Well, who's going to be the auctioneer?
I don't know. Hang out. Come on, Elliot. Come on, you can do
You're
it.
supposed to be the auctioneer. All right. You know the rules, gentlemen. You got a bid blind. You ain't supposed to know what girl goes with what hamper. Now, if your sweetheart has told you that hers is done up with a certain color ribbon, a certain kind of way, that ain't my fault. We'll start on the other side of the house and work our way back around here. Follow me.
All right, Elliot, come on.
Hello, young fellow.
Oh, it's you.
Well, I was hoping to meet up with you. Thought you and I ought to have a little talk.
Well, we only got one thing to talk about. Well, Mr. Hackham, I hear you done got yourself engaged to 80 Annie. Well, nothing. I don't know what to call you. You're too ugly for a skunk. You're too skinny for a snake. You're too small for a man and too big for a mouse. I reckon you're a rat.
That's logical.
Answer me one thing. Do you really love her?
Well...
Because if I thought you didn't, I'd put you in that bag and I'd tie you in the river. Are you serious about her?
Yes, I'm serious.
And do you worship the very ground she walks on
Yes.
like I do?
Yes.
You'd better say yes.
Yes.
The heck you do.
Yes.
Would you spend every cent you had for her? Because that's what I did. See that bag? Cost me $50. All I had in the world.
If you had the $50 cash...
Well, I'd have Ada Annie and you'd lose her.
Right, I'd lose her. Let's see what you have in here. Might want to buy something.
What would you want with them?
Oh, you know I'm a peddler, ain't I? I buy and sell, maybe give you real money, maybe as much as... well, a lot. Say, that's a beautiful hot water bag. It looks French. Must have cost you plenty. I'll give you $8 for it.
$8? Well, that wouldn't quite be fair. I only paid $3.50.
All right, I said I'd give you $8, and I will. Say, that's a cracker
Hey,
shake.
take your hands off that. This here is for our wedding night.
Well, it don't fit you so good. I'll give you $22 for it.
$22?
All right, $22.50, not a cent more.
But...
say, that's a beautiful ankle brace.
Oh, that ain't... that there's for her to wear.
Well, I didn't think it was for you. I'll give you 15 for it.
15?
Now let's see. 8 and 22 makes 30, and 15 makes 45, and 50 cents makes 45.50.
45? Well, say, that's... Hey, you want to buy some more?
Might.
Hey, you ever seen one of these things?
What do you have a thing like that for? You got it in for somebody?
Well, how do you mean? It's just got funny pictures on it.
Oh, it's a lot more than that. It's...
Where's Aunt Eller?
Oh, they went on the other side of the house there, Lord.
Laurie! Where's your run to?
Come on, how much you give me for this thing?
Oh, I don't handle things like that. You obviously don't know what this is.
Oh, I sure do. It's girls in pink tights.
Either you two see Laurie.
Yes, she just ran on the other side of the house there, Judd. The auction's going on over there. Come on now.
Oh, hey, Judd, here's one of them things he was looking for, the Little Wonder.
How much?
$3.50.
Well, that's a lot of money, but I got an idea it might be worth it.
Okay. All right, now, that's $3.50 from him and $45.50 from you. That makes $50, don't it?
No. $1 short.
Oh, shoot. I must have figured wrong. Say, how much for the rest of the stuff in this bag?
$1.
Ha! Sold! Now I got $50, don't I? You know what that means? It means I'm gonna steal Ada Annie back from you.
You wouldn't do a thing like that to me.
Oh, wouldn't I? And when I tell her pa who I got most of the money off of, maybe he'll change his mind about who's smart and who's dumb.
You certainly buncoed me.
Come on.
Come, hurry!
There's the last two hampers. Who's there? I ain't got no idea.
Well, the little one's mine, and the one next to it's Lori's.
Well, that's the end of that secret.
Wait, what do you mean?
Now, what am I bid for Ada Annie's hamper?
2 bits.
Right.
Only two.
4.
What do you say, Slim? 6? Oh, come on. Ain't nobody hungry no more. Peddler man, 6 bits?
No.
Come on.
6 bits.
6 bits ain't enough for a lunch like Ada Annie can make. Let's hear $1. What about you, Mike? You won her last year.
Oh, well, I sure did. Oh, say, Ada Annie, you still got that same sweet potato pie as last year?
You bet! Same old sweet potato pie, Mike. What do you say?
Well, I say that it gave me a 3-day bellyache.
Oh, never mind that. Let's hear $1. $1.
Bid.
Mine's the last bid. I got her for 6 bits.
Bid $1.
90 cents.
90 cents. We're getting rich. Another desk for the schoolhouse. Do I hear more?
You hear $50?
Hey!
$50? Nobody ever bid $50 for a lunch. Nobody ever bid 10.
He ain't got $50.
Oh, yes, I do. And if you're a man of honor, you got to say that 8 Annie belongs to me, like you said she would.
But where's your money?
Right here in my hand.
That ain't yours. You just bid it, didn't you? Just give it to the schoolhouse. Got to say, the peddler still gets my daughter's hand.
What? Now, wait a minute. That ain't fair.
Going for $50. Going.
$51.
You crazy!
50. Wait, now, wait a minute. If I don't bid anymore, I can keep my money, can I?
Sure can.
Well, then I still got $50. And this here's mine.
You feeble-minded shitepoke!
Going for $51. And 8 Annie gets the prize, I guess.
And I get 8 Annie. Come on.
And what are you getting for your $51?
A 3-day bellyache.
Now here's my niece's hamper. I took a peek in it a while ago, and I must say it looks mighty tasty. What do I hear, gents?
2 bits. 4 bits.
What do you say, Slim Six?
I bid $1.
$1, more like it. Do I hear 2?
$1.25.
$2.
Yeah, look at you.
$3.
And 2 bits.
$3 and 4 bits. $4.
And 2 bits.
4.25. Ain't I gonna hear any more? I got a bid for 4.25 from Judd Fry. You gonna let him have it?
$4.50.
$4.50. Going.
$4.75.
$4.75. Come on, gentlemen. Schoolhouse ain't built yet. Gotta get a nice chimbley.
$5.
$5.
And
Going.
2 bits.
Too rich for my blood. I can't afford anymore.
Come on, gentlemen. Ain't got nearly enough yet. Not for cold duck with stuffing and that lemon meringue pie.
$6.
$6. Going.
And 2 bits.
My, you are stubborn, Judd. Mr. Carnes is a richer man than you. And I know he likes that custard with the sweet raspberry syrup. Ain't I gonna hear any more?
No, they all dropped out. Can't you see?
You got enough, Aunt Eller?
Yeah, let's get on.
Here's the money.
Keep going up.
Hold on, I ain't said going yet.
Well, say it.
Going to Judd Fry for 6 and 2 bits. Going.
Who'd you say was getting Lori?
Judd Fry.
And for how much?
6.25.
I don't figure that's quite enough. Do you?
It's more than you got.
I got a saddle here. Cost me $30.
You can't bid saddles. Gotta be cash.
$30 saddle must be worth something to somebody.
I'll give you 10.
Don't be a fool, boy. You can't earn a living without a saddle.
Got cash.
Right here in my pocket.
I tried.
Don't let's waste time. How high you going?
Higher than you, no matter what.
Aunt Eller, I'm bidding all this $10 spread. Just give me.
$10. Going.
$10 and 2 bits.
Early.
Most of you boys know my horse. Done. He's kind of a nice horse. He's gentle. Well broke.
Don't sell Don Curly. It ain't worth it.
I'll give you 25 for it.
Curly.
I'll sell done to you. That makes my bid 35, Aunt Eller.
Curly, you are crazy. But it's all for the schoolhouse, for educating and learning. $35. Going.
Now, hold on! I ain't finished bidding yet. You just put up all you got in the world, didn't you? You can't sell your clothes, because they ain't worth nothing. You can't sell your gun, because you need that. Yes, sir, you need that bad. So, Aunt Eller, I'm just as reckless as Curly McLean, I guess. Just as good at getting what I want. Gonna bet all I got in the world, all I saved for 2 years doing farm work. All for Lori. So here it is, $42.31.
Anybody want to buy a gun? You, Joe? Bought it brand new last Thanksgiving. Worth a
Curly,
lot.
please don't sell your gun.
I'll give you $18 for it.
Sold. And Eller, that makes my bid $53. Anybody going any higher?
Going. What's the matter? Aren't you gonna cheer or nothing?
That's the idea. The farmer and the cowman should be friends. Now you lost the bid. The bid was fair. Come on, cowman. Shake his hand.
Sure, I'll shake hands. No hard feelings, Curly.
Now that's better.
Say, Curly, I want to show you something. Excuse us, Lori. You ever seen one of these?
Just what is that?
Oh, it's something special. Yeah, you just hold it up to your eye like this.
Carly! What are you doing?
Doing nothing much. What do you want to squeal at a man like that for? Scare the living lights out of a fella.
Stop looking at those old French pictures and ask me for a dance. You brung me to a party, didn't you?
All right, you silly old woman. I'll dance with you. Dance you all over the meadow if you want.
Well, then come on, everybody. Let's do the wagon wheel.
Now, hey, Andy, now that I got $50, you go on and just name the day.
Well, August 15th.
Well, why August 15th?
That was the first day I was kissed.
Was it? I don't remember that.
You wasn't there.
Now, look here. We got to have ourselves a serious talk. Now that you're engaged to me, you got to stop having so much fun. Well, I mean, with other fellers. You'll have to be a little more standoffish when fellers offer you a buggy ride.
I'll give an imitation of a crawfish and dig myself a hole where I can hide.
I heard how you was kicking up some capers while I was off in Kansas City, Mo. I heard some things you couldn't print in papers from fellers who'd been talking like they know.
What? I only did the kind of things I order, sorta. To you I was as faithful as can be. For me, them stories about the way I lost my bloomers. Rumors. A lot of tempest in a pot of tea.
The whole thing don't sound very good to me.
Well, you see,
I go and sold my last wild oat, I cut out all shenanigans. I saved my money, don't gamble or drink in a back room down at Flanagan's. I give up lots of other things that a gentleman never mentions. But before I give up any more, I want to know your intentions. With me, it's all or nothing. Is it all or nothing with you? It can't be now and then, it can't be in between. No half and half romance will do. I'm a one-woman man, home-loving type, all complete with slippers and pipe. Take me like I am or leave me be. If you can't give me all, give me nothing. And nothing's what you'll get from me.
not even something.
Nothing's what you'll get from me.
It can't be in between. It can't be now and then.
No half and half romance will do.
Would you build me a house all painted white, cute and clean and pretty and bright?
Big enough for two, but not for three.
Supposing that we should have a third one.
He'd better look a lot like me.
The spitting image.
He'd better look a lot like me. Hey, no, wait. Well,
How will?
Why'd you stop? I thought you wanted to dance.
Want to talk to you. What made you slap the whip on an old lady, almost make her run away? What was your hurry?
I thought we'd be late for the party.
You didn't want to be with me by yourself. Not a minute more than you had to.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm with you by myself now, ain't I?
Well, yeah, you wouldn't have been if you could have got out of it. Mornings you stay hid in your room all the time. Nights you sat out in the front room and never get out of Aunt Eller's sight. Last time I seen you alone, it was winter. And the snow was 6 inches deep in drifts. Well, I was sick and you brung me that hot soup out to the smokehouse. You give it to me in bed. I hadn't shaved in 2 days. You put your hand on my head and asked if I had a fever.
I remember.
Do you? Bet you don't remember as much as me. I remember everything you ever done, everything you ever said. I can't think of nothing else. See? You see how it is? Well, I ain't good enough, am I? I'm a hard hand, got dirt on my hands, pig slop. Ain't finna touch you. Now, you're better, Miss Laurie, so much better. We'll see who's better. And then you'll wish you wasn't so free with your airs. You're such a fine lady.
Chad! Oh! Are you making threats at me? Are you standing there trying to tell me if I don't allow you to slobber over me like a hog, well, you're gonna do something about it? You're nothing but a mangy dog, and somebody ought to shoot ya! Oh, you think so much about being a hired hand? Well, I got something that'll just rest your mind, Mr. Judd. You ain't a hired hand for me no more! So you can just pack up your duds and scoot! I got even better ideas than that. You ain't to come on to the place you hear me! I'll send you stuff any place you say, but you so much as set foot inside the pasture gate and I'll sick the dogs on you!
Set your sight! You brought it on yourself. I can't think of nothing else. I can't never rest. I told you the way it was, and you wouldn't listen.
Who's that?
Oh, hey, Lori. You seen Ado Annie? She's gone again.
Will, could you do something for me? Can you find Curly and tell him I'm here? I gotta see him. I want to see him real bad.
Why don't you turn around and look, you crazy woman?
Curly!
Well, you found yours. I gotta go hunt for mine.
Now what on earth is ailing the Bella Claremore? By gum, if you ain't crying.
Curly, I'm afraid for my life.
Jumping toadstools. Great Lord.
Don't you leave me.
Good God Almighty.
Don't mind me crying, I can't help it.
Cry your eyes out.
I don't know what to do.
Here. I'll show you. about all a man can stand in public. Get away from me, you.
You don't like me, Curly?
Like it? Get away from me, I said. Plumb away from me. Lori. Now looky here. You stand right there where you are. And I'll sit right here.
Hi.
And you tell me what it was you wanted with me.
Well, Judd was here, and he scared me. He talked wild, and he made threats at me, so I fired him. And I wish I hadn't. There's no telling what I'll do now.
You fired him. Well then, that's all there is to it. Tomorrow, I'll get you a new hired hand. I'll stay on the place tonight myself if you're nervous about the hound dog. Now quit your worrying or I'll spank you. Hey, while I think of it, how about marrying me?
Gracious, what I want to marry you for?
Couldn't you maybe think of some reason why you might?
Can't think of one right now, hardly.
Lori, please, ma'am, marry me. I don't know what I'm going to do if you don't.
Oh, Curly, I'll marry you if you want me to.
I'll be the happiest man alive as soon as we're married. Oh, I got to learn to be a farmer. I can see that. Quit throwing the rope, get my hands blistered in a new way. Things are changing right and left. Buy up mowing machines, cut down the prairies, shoot your horses, drag them plows under the sod. They're going to make a state out of this territory. They're going to join the Union. Countries are changing, got to change with it. Bring up a pair of boys, new stock, keep up with the way things are going in this here crazy country. Now I got you to help me. I'll mount to something yet. I remember the first time I ever saw you. It was at the fair. You was riding that gray filly of blue stars, and I said to somebody, "Who's that skinny little thing with the bang hanging down on her forehead?"
Yeah, I remember. When you was riding Broncos that day.
That's right.
And one of them throwed you.
Did not throw me.
I guess you jumped off then.
Well, sure, I jumped off.
Yeah, you sure did.
Hey! If there's anybody in this here yard can hear my voice, I'd like for you to know that Lori Williams is my girl. And she went and got me to ask her to marry me.
They'll hear you all the way to Catoosie.
Let them. Let people say we're in love. Who cares what happens now?
Just keep your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. Let
People say we're in love. Starlight looks well on us. Let the stars beam from above. Who cares if they tell us? Let people say we're in
I'll say goodbye here, baby.
Oh, well, can't you even say to celebrate Curly and Lori?
Time for the lonely gypsy to go back to the open road.
Wished I was going with you, and then you wouldn't be so lonely.
Look, Ada Wanny, there is a man I know that loves you more than nothing ever loved nobody.
Yes, Allie Hackham.
A man who will stick to you all your life, and that is the man for you,
Oh,
Will
Allie.
Parker.
Oh, yeah. I like Will a lot.
Yes, he's a fine fellow, strong like an ox, young and handsome.
I love him all right, I guess.
Of course you do. You love his clear blue eyes and the way that his mouth wrinkles up when he smiles.
Oh, do you love him too?
Well, I love him because he makes my Ada Wanny happy. Goodbye, my baby. I'll show you how we say goodbye in Persia.
That was goodbye.
Well, you know, there's this song in Persia. It goes, one goodbye, never enough.
Hello, Will. Allie Hackham was just telling me goodbye.
I want to say goodbye to you, too.
No, you don't. I just saw the last one.
You two were made for each other. Now, I want you to take good care of her, and you take good care of him. You don't mind a friend of the family now?
Did you say you was leaving?
Yes, time for the lonely gypsy to go back to the open road. I'll show you how we say goodbye in my country. Persian goodbye. Lucky fella, wish it was me she was marrying instead of you.
It don't seem to make much difference, You ain't gonna be thinking about that old pillar man anymore, are you?
Of course not. Never thinking about one unless he's with me.
Well, then I ain't never gonna leave your side.
Well, even if you don't, even if you never go away on a trip or nothing, couldn't you once in a while give me one of them Persian goodbyes?
Persian goodbye. That ain't nothing compared to an Oklahoma hello. Come on.
Why aren't you back at the bar getting drunk with the rest of us? Never seen you so sober at a wedding party.
Been scared all night. Scared of Judd Fry to come up and start for Curly.
Why, Judd Fry's been out of territory for 3 weeks.
He's back.
Seen her Claremore last night, drunk as a lord.
Come on here. Well, come on now, let's have 3 cheers for the happy couple, ain't it? Hooray! 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 Say, Curly, was you scared when the preacher man said, you take this here woman?
I was scared. Scared he wouldn't say it.
They couldn't pick a better time to start in life.
It ain't too early and it ain't too late.
Starting as a farmer with a brand new wife.
Soon to be living in a brand new state.
Brand new state, gonna treat you great.
Gonna give you barley, carrots, and potatoes. Pasture for the cattle, spinach and tomatoes.
Flowers on the prairie where the June bugs zoom.
Plenty of air and plenty of room. Plenty of room to swing or roll.
Plenty of heart and plenty of hope.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, Oklahoma, every night, my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. When we say, oh yeah, we're only saying you're doing fine.
Where the waving meets can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Every night we sit alone and talk and watch our hawk making lazy circles in the sky. Yo ho, and the land we belong to is grand. When we say,
He's going upstairs.
Oh, what you gonna do? Give Lori and Carly a shivery? I wish you would.
Oh, it's a good old custom. Ain't never hurt nobody. You women folk just stay out of the way. And moose!
They told me not to.
Shh! Quit gabbing about it.
Sometimes there's times when men ain't got no need for women.
Well, there's times when women ain't got no need for men.
Yeah, but who wants to be dead? Thought you was in Bushyhead.
Just come from there.
Too bad you missed Laurie's wedding. Been having one of my own. Country Mary, where is he? Is he right here? Oh, is that him?
That's him.
Hello, Kim.
Oh, did you see my ring girls?
How long you been married?
4 days. 4 days with that laugh should count like a golden wedding.
What if you married her? You must have wanted to.
Oh, sure, I wanted to. I wanted to marry her with the moonlight shining down on the barrel of her father's shotgun. I thought it would be better to be alive. Now I'm not so sure.
I ain't going to travel around the country no more. I decided he ought to settle down in Bushyhead and run Papa's store.
Don't.
Oh, well, do you hear the news? Gertie married the peddler.
Well, I'm mighty glad to hear that, Mr. Peddlerman. You know, I think I kind of ought to kiss the bride. Free to the family, remember? Say, Gertie, you ever had yourself an Oklahoma hello?
Oh, no, you don't.
What are you doing? I'm gonna stop
business.
Hey, you got a present for the groom! First, I want to kiss the bride. On home. Here's my present for you!
Look at him. How long is all night?
Well, somebody rolled over or something. Don't touch it. What's the matter?
Get away from me. Let me look at it. Come on. Come on.
Don't say anything.
It can't be like that.
How did we go to?
Nothing happened to us.
Can't do a thing now. Try to get him to a doctor, but I don't know.
Here's someone can get him on my rig. I'll take him down to doctor's office. Come on.
Come on, guys. What, be chill. Yeah, careful. Be chill.
Don't shake.
Watch out.
Watch out, lady.
Get away from me.
Hurry up.
I got to see if anything can be done for him. Take care of her right now.
Maybe it's better for you and Curly not to go away tonight.
I can't see why this had to happen to us. When everything was so fine.
It's okay, Laura, baby. Don't let your mind run on
I
it.
can't forget it. I tell you, I never will.
You can't forget it. Don't try to. Lots of things happen to folks. Sickness or being poor and hungry or even being old and afraid to die. That's the way things are at Cradle to the Grave. And you can stand it. You can. You gotta be hardy. You got to be. You can't deserve to sweet and tender in life unless you're tough.
Wow. I wish I was more like you.
Oh, fiddlesticks, ornery and old. Couldn't pay me to be the way I am.
Oh, what would I do without you? You're such a crazy.
So is your born.
Taking Judd over to Dave Tyler's till the morning.
Is he alive?
Cordelia hears it. He's a federal marshal, you know. He thinks I'm gonna give myself up. Tonight.
Tonight? Your train leaves Claremore in 20 minutes.
Best thing for Curly to do is go on his own accord and tell the judge.
What, Andrew? You're the judge, aren't you?
It wouldn't be proper. Have to do it in court.
Let's just do it here and say we did it in
We
court.
can't. It's breaking the law.
I'm not saying we break the law. I'm just saying let's bend it a little. Come on, Andrew, say the trial.
You've got to protest.
Ah, shut your trap. We can give the boy a fair trial without locking him up on his wedding night. Now, here's the long and short of it. First, I got to ask you, what's your plea? That means why'd you do it?
What to do? Because you've been pestering Lori and I was...
Just a minute. Just a minute. Don't let your tongue wobble around your mouth like that. Now listen to my question. What happened tonight that made you kill him?
Right. He come at me with a knife and...
And you had to defend yourself, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. And furthermore...
Never mind the furthermore. The plea is self-defense. Why? Now, was there a witness that saw this happen?
I feel funny about it. Real funny.
You'll feel funny when I tell your wife you're carrying on with another woman.
I ain't carrying on with no.
Maybe not, but you'll feel funny when I tell your wife you were.
Laugh all you like, but as a federal marshal...
Oh, shut up about you being some federal marshal. We ain't just gonna let you take this boy to jail on his wedding night. We just ain't gonna let you. So shut up.
Let's take back to the station and Curly, sorry. Moving the horses. Wait a minute. I ain't even told the verdict yet.
The word's not guilty, eh?
Of course, but...
Well, then say it.
Not guilty. Court's adjourned.